Hello everyone, I hope all of you had a great weekend. Today we are going to continue with factoring quadratics. So we are going to learn multi-step factoring by factoring great common factor first, then factor the quadratic. In general, the first step of any factoring is to try to look for common factors. In the last video, A was 1, so we didn't have to look for common factors because A is 1. Sometimes A is not 1 and A can be factored. So the first thing we try to do is look for common factors before you start to actually factoring the quadratic. Okay, I'm going to give you some examples. So example 1, 3x factor 3x squared plus 12x plus 9. We need to factor this. So the first thing I notice that A is not 1. So I look if there is any common factors here. I see that all of them can be divided by 3. 3, 12, and 9. So 3 is common factors. 3 is the greatest common divisor among those. So I factor the 3 out. When I factor the 3 out, I divide each term with the number I have factored out, or with the term I have factored out. Here it's 3. So 3x squared divided by 3 is 1x squared. Then 12x squared divided by 3 is 4x. Then 9 divided by 3 is 3. Okay? So this is the first thing. Now the 3 stays, and we try to factor this like the way we did the last time. So here A is 1, so I will write x and x. Then I will try to find two numbers multiplied to 3 and add to 4. Yes, it is very clear that 3 times 1 is 3 and at the same time equal 4. So I can write here plus 3 and plus 1. So factor the common factor, A become 1. We did as the last time, as what we did the last time. Okay, so this is example 1. Example 2. D squared minus 22d plus 56. When I look at this, I find that 2 is common, so I will factor the 2 out. When I factor the 2 out, what remains inside the brackets is d squared minus 11d plus 28, because 56 divided by 2 is 28. So now 2 stays. We open 2 brackets. We try to factor this. It has the number in front of d squared is 1 now. So we factor as we did last time, d and d. We need to think of two numbers multiplied to 28 and add to negative 11. If you don't know how to do it right away, you start to factor 1 by 1, get all the factors like 28 and 1, no, negative 28 and negative 1, no. You will keep doing that until you will find that negative 4 and negative 7, those are the two things we can. Those are the two numbers multiplied to 28 and add to negative 11. So I will write them negative 4 minus 7. Alright, this is example 2. Example 3. 4s squared, oh no, factor this, we start to look for the common factors. I can see that 5 is common, so I factor the 5 out, and that will leave z squared plus 8z plus 12. Then 5, I open two brackets, I put z and z. Then I try to find two numbers, multiply to 12 and add to 8. So negative 1 and negative 12, no. 1 and 12, no. 2 and 6, yes. So 2 plus times 6 is 12, and plus 2 plus 6 is 8, so plus 2 plus 6. Again, the idea is I factored a out, and I factored the term that remained inside. Okay, so this is example 3. Example 4. S squared minus 8s minus 32. If we want to factor this, 4 is common, so we factor it out. S squared minus 2s minus 8. Now, I will try to factor this the way we did the last time, so s and s. We need to find two numbers, multiply to negative 8 and add to negative 2. Negative 1 and 8, no. 1 and negative 8, no. 4 and negative 2, no. Negative 4 and positive 2, yes. Negative 4 and positive 2. So negative 4 times 2 is negative 8, and they add to negative 2. So this is the factor. Okay, another example. Let us say we have x cubed plus 18x squared plus 72x, and we need to factor this. When I look at this, I found that the numbers 1, 18, and 72, so 1 is common, so we don't need to do anything about this. But I see here that x cubed and x squared and x, all of them has x as a common factor. So I can factor the x out, and that means I will divide each term with x. So x cubed divided by x is x squared. 18x squared divided by x is 18x. 72x divided by x is 72. Okay, now I will try to factor this in here because it's a quadratic now. So I need to think of two numbers, multiply to 72 and add to 18. Again, if you cannot do, keep trying until you find, but 6 times 12 is 72, and 6 plus 12 is 18. So this is 6 and 12. Okay, sometimes it will take you some trials until you find the right factors. So don't give up and be patient. Okay, this is how we do this one. Let me do one more example. X squared plus 10bx plus minus 24b, and we need to factor this. When we try to factor this, again we need to look for common factors. I see that b is common in all of them, so I will factor the b out, And if I factor the b out, this divided by b will be x squared. 10bx divided by b, the b and the b cancels out, so that's plus 10x. 24b divided by b is negative 24. Now we can factor x and x. We need to think of two numbers multiplied to negative 24 and add to 10. You will keep trying, but the answer will be negative 2 and positive 12, because those multiply to negative 24 and at the same time add to positive 10. So negative 2 and positive 12. Of course, it doesn't matter if you write the positive 12 first and the negative 2 second in the second bracket. It will not going to make any difference. Okay, now we are done with this lesson. We still going to have like at least 4 more days of factoring. So this is the second lesson in factoring, when a is not 1, but we can factor it. Now I will post this on HB, and also I will write the homework here and I will write it in HB. So do page 3 in the package. Do you remember the package I sent the last time? Page 3. From number 31 to number 36, and do the word problem. This is page 3 on page 4. Waiting for your questions. If you have any question, of course you send me a message and I will answer it in the next video. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye.